Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Calling All Creatures. Unfortunately, tonight we had to cancel the podcast. Things just didn't work out. I was looking forward to having David on to talk with him about rodent stop and how you guys can try to get rid of the rodents and keep them out using natural means and no pesticides and chemicals and stuff like that can kill or endanger the owls and the hawks and even if you have cats and stuff around in your neighborhood. But unfortunately, like I said, sometimes things just don't work out, and we just couldn't get it together to have him on tonight, so we had to cancel. But I got some good news about the new upcoming podcast that I'm going to tell you guys about. I am going to be talking on May 30th with the Turtle Hospital from Marathon, Florida. And that podcast is Turtle Rescue Stories. And I'm going to have Betty Zirkelbach on with me. And she's going to give us all sorts of great information about the Turtle Hospital there in Florida and how they, help out with some of these turtles that get injured from the fishing nets and being hit by boats and things like that. And they nurse them all back to health, and then they are able to release most of them back into the wild where they all get to swim around and live their best turtley lives. But, sometimes things happen where the turtles can't go back out into the wild because they wouldn't be able to survive out there with the injuries that they sustained. So then they have a sanctuary status, and they get taken care of the rest of their lives. So they're still living a good turtle life. That's just they're not out in the deep blue ocean doing it. But I can't wait to talk with Betty about the Turtle Hospital and Turtle Rescue Stories. I hope you guys are excited about that one. And then the next one after that is going to be on May 14th. And I'm going to have Kelly Sorensen on with me. He is an expert on California condors. And I am going to be talking with him about those magnificent birds. And that podcast is called Back from the Brink, the California Condor Story, because it's all about condors. And he's going to give us all sorts of information about them and literally about how they came back from the brink of extinction because they were pretty close to going extinct, guys. The pesticides and stuff that get used really affect our environment and these animals and birds and stuff like that. And they were almost wiped out there at one point in time. So we got to watch what we're doing. But good news is that they were able to come back from the brink. And so Kelly's going to tell us all about that and the conservation efforts that are going on to, keep them around, because I don't know how many of you have ever seen California condors. I have not had that experience, although I would love to see one because they're very large birds, and I think it'd be kind of cool to see one of them. But if you have had the chance to see them, you know what we're talking about. So anyway, that's the next couple of podcasts coming up. So hopefully you guys will be able to come back and listen to those. So don't forget, April 30th is Turtle Rescue Stories. And then on May 14th is Back from the Brink, the California Condor Story. So I hope you guys had a great Easter. I hope you all celebrated in whatever fashion that you may celebrate. I hope the Easter Bunny went and hid lots of eggs for your kids and that they had a good time finding them and got their baskets and stuff, although that's not really everything Easter's about. There's a lot more to it than that. So however you guys celebrated it, I hope you all had a good time doing it, and I hope you all enjoyed those Easter meals. So I know we did. My kids and grandkids were over here, and we found the eggs. My 3-year-old granddaughter was running around with her bag, and she was all excited, even though she didn't really understand what was going on and what she was supposed to do. But we helped her out, and she got lots of eggs along with the other kids, and they all had a good time. And that's what it's all about, spending time with your family and having a good time and a good meal. We had a good meal, too. So I hope you guys all did, too. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. Again, I do apologize for any inconvenience and for not having the podcast tonight. And again, I hope you come back in a couple weeks for turtle rescue stories. And you guys all stay safe out there, and I hope you all have a great weekend. And hopefully you'll be back to listen in soon. All right, bye now.